Now, it's time for the second streamed quarterfinal of this winner bracket. OrcWorker versus Ente. Cash and Zyko on the Haitu Chaco stream as always. And here are your players. Ente without a picture from Germany, 31 years old. One of the oldest participants in this field. 67% win rate versus OrcWorker is quite impressive. But in general, his matchup versus Undead not that great. But we don't know in what shape OrcWorker is. Last time we saw him was the European qualifier, where he ended 3rd, I guess, or 4th. I'm not so sure anymore. Now everything is correct, and we start on AZ.
Thank you very much. Take a chill pill. 4 months. The only stream I'm sub to, and that's because you are doing a great job every single week. Mach weiter so, Jungs. Thank you very much for the support and for the kind words.
Thanks a lot, mate. OrcWorker was 4th, actually. I just looked it up.
And just starting with the DK first, we've been seeing variation back and forth with this opening. First it was WZ playing fast DK all the time. Now he plays fast Fiends all the time. And I think 1-0 switched to mostly fast Fiends as well. But especially on this map, fast DK is very viable, I think, because you can go for the Berserkers early. And if you remain unscouted and unharassed, you can even snipe a Renegade early on. So that should be something that OrcWorker should try to prevent. Is he aware of this creep route? How active has he been? This creep route has been around for quite a while, so he may know about it. He of course goes with the Blade Master first. No Farseer here.
True that. The Germans and big tournament qualifiers, man. That is quite a long history, especially with German undeads. Hate Love Anger in 2015 qualifying out of nowhere basically with a win over Ruden for WCA. Wan in 2016 making it super duper close and had a great run. And now maybe it's time for Ente. Is it king time, as he calls himself on stream? We will see. He has to bring his best. He was super strong in the open qualifier. Stronger than I expected him to be honest. In a cool Undead Mirror versus Höcke.
That was such an awesome game, dude.
Yes. OrcWorker, of course, qualified via his 4th place at the last qualifier, where he lost to Hawk 2-0.
A player's forces are under attack.
So here's the Renegade Wizard that I was talking about earlier. It's not the usual creep route, not the Trolls into Renegade, but rather the little green camp into Renegade. It's gonna be a big item here. Is he gonna be lucky or not? Nope. Rune Bracers.
At least it's the 200 gold that he gets, and his opponent doesn't get the Rune Braces, if you want to see it that way, because that would have been really good for the Blade Master, who is quite tanky already. A little bit of HP, a little bit of armor, a little bit of everything. So he's well suited and is aggressive right from the start. Well, not right from the start, but you know, once he has Critical Strike, going for the DK, who is naturally hurt thanks to the creep spot he just did.
A player's forces are under attack.
Right, for a second there, you didn't sell the braces. I was like, what? You're expecting like TC wave? But no, sells them now. Good damage onto the Fiend though. Stepped out a little too far. Grunt can't quite get the block off to get an early Fiend kill. That would be the dream for the Blade Master. No claws for him, only the ring and the gauntlets. So a lot more tanky. Also good for trading early on, of course.
We got another donation coming in from Cody. Thank you, man. 10 euros. Greetings to you guys there. I hope you had a great wedding recently. I saw you on pictures at Infi's wedding, so I hope all is good. You look very happy, so shout out to you, my man. Hopefully we see each other soon.
And thank you also to Shuki Hots, 4-month resub. Cheers to you guys and everyone watching.
That's nice. Not only thinking about us, but also the 1,000 X viewers that we have. Wholesome. Wholesome back to Warcraft community.
Blade Master keeps on creeping up more. He's really unfortunate with the damage items, finding none of them. But again, his tankiness continues to scale. Renegade number 2 here goes to enter another ring of protection. No claws here today.
We have a sacrificial skull in the Death Knight's inventory, you know. Which second? Is he towering him? Does he have a 6th acolyte?
We have started seeing this a little bit more, especially Lucifer likes this, but
Yes.
it may just be for creeping.
Yeah, looks like it. He isn't that hurt, but is he going to drop it? Not really, saving it for now. Still no Acolyte. Maybe it's just for the push.
And can he steal some last hits here? If he can, he's gonna be almost level 3. One Fiend in the back, very hurt. The Grunts are reaching around for the block. Ente didn't see this coming. He wants to get the next last hit here for his level 2 upgraded coil, and there it is. So how good are the Grunt blocks gonna be? Is the Fiend gonna die here? There's quite a bit of Windwalker still left. He has 3 to use, but the Fiends are faster, of course, thanks to the aura. Can the DK get home?
Yes.
Seems
Blocks
so.
Not good enough yet. He's investing another Windwalk, but there's also a coil ready. And since it's level 2, you can't outmaneuver him. Oh, nice Hex though from the Shadowhunter coming in. This is the dangerous timing of early Orc tier 2. But, you know, one coil back to full health. He should just not be surrounded against the tower. Second Hex being invested. But now there's Frost Armor
more
and
coils. So actually able to save when the Orc goes across to be aggressive with the SH, and all the Fiends are saved for the Undead. That's great for the Undead.
I agree.
A player's forces
So much
are
time
under
wasted.
attack.
There is a
From
6th
the
Acolyte now. He's gearing up. Mana Potion.
He's doing it.
And off we go. Before this push starts, real quick thanks to Chris Trix for the sub and also Tazrin123 for the sub. You get their replay packs on our Discord server if you are subscribed to this channel.
Should give the Acolyte Frost Armor though.
he
He's forgetting about that one. That's a big mistake.
Yeah, he's blocking. And now we have Frost Armor. But it's already hurt. You really don't want to waste a coil on the Acolyte. Shadowhunter is coming in. There is the before mentioned coil Hex used.
Oh
and now the
my god,
Shadowhunter
he
is
ran into the creep camp.
Oh no, double end snare and a Fiend about to die. Ooh, this is horrible.
Oh my god, the nerves.
Maybe,
He just took like 1,000 damage from the creeps for no reason. Alright, here we go. Sacrificial Skull coming in. How offensive are these towers gonna be? We also have illusions everywhere, making this hard to decide what to focus on. What is he gonna focus on? Last second coil gets his Fiend back to decent HP, but that was the very last coil. No more to be had now.
Speed scroll being used. Everything is hurt. He used the potion before. Didn't even try to set up a ziggurat. A Grunt dies finally, but the end snares are there. The Blade Master's there with the Orb of Lightning now. Level 2 for the Shadow Hunter and TP out by Ente. This did not work at all.
Nope.
Major mistake. He has a tier 3 tech behind, but it's so late. If he manages to win this still, that would be...
And now he's like,
So
he played this without a slaughterhouse. He doesn't have statues. Everything for him is hurt. He runs into the creeps again. Ente, what the hell are you doing? This is definitely looking like nerves.
Yep, I agree. This game plan didn't work. He's still trying though. Maybe hero focus can help him. Slaughterhouse is coming now, as well as the fourth ziggurat.
Are under attack.
He needs incredible micro and the best decision making he's ever done to succeed in this. Boots of Quel'Thalas, best Blade Master item there.
And there's no orb. There's no Nova. So this blade can be really aggressive. Gets one Fiend kill. He could go for a second one if he wants to. Okay, Mana Potion heals up the other one. Rough game for Ente.
It's not over though. It looks very bad, but it's not over. With Undead, Hero Focus, Coil Nova is always a threat. And always a chance to get back into games. TC third. Warmill coming. No reinforced defenses yet. Also no Kodo, etc, etc. So now we have the plus 13 Blade Master with the boots. And Ente continuing to creep for the level 2 lich. So we do have Coil Nova online now.
Could be a big item here. Greater Mana. The dream of any undead. And one of mana stealing only. If you can keep a Stomp or a Heatwave from coming up at an opportune time, it's good, but unreliable. Creepjack here has to be the TP out. There's no way you can fight this with only Fiends, no statues or third hero or anything. He's tier 3 now, finally. And he will get the orb.
So far, Ente's getting pummeled here. But things are getting better, as you said. Using now Burrow to have more HP regen. Heals up the Fiends quite fast, but this is so much map control. Shadowhunter is already level 3. TC has the wisdom, or the time to creep up here now. To go for Aura second then.
And this is all moving along swimmingly here for OrcWorker. Level 2, easily acquired. Not pressured before. He has his, required levels 3, 3, 2. Continue to creep up more. Creep up his expansion perhaps, and then if he wins one more fight, he can Tiny Great Hall, and that's usually the way to victory.
I like what OrcWorker is doing here, transitioning into Walkers for Dispel. Also Headhunters for a little more damage, so he's just making sure that he has a weapon against everything, and sometimes that lacks. For certain Orc players, they rely too much on Raider stuff from the Beastry. We don't have a Temple of the Damned yet. We don't have a Pit Lord, so it's not that necessary. But you know, Spirit Link is good. Statue's a little out of position here, catching a few hits. Silence on the TC, you can't stomp right now. Speed scroll to disengage, I guess. Good Coil Nova to get rid of a Raider, but the tide will turn soon.
Growth speed is almost over though. The Kodo hasn't eaten yet. So far I think still all Fiends alive. That double silence was massive against the Orc heroes. In the last Raider, the Lich drops very low. Survives though. One Fiend has died, but is being traded for a Raider. Good start here for the Undead in this fight. The SH in trouble, can't get healed. He doesn't have anything. Nice block with the Kodo, but not enough. The second hero, SH, the healer, is dead. The Kodo is gonna fall. Big stomp right here, hitting everything. One more Fiend will die to this one. And now usually the Blade Master has to be focused. There's no more healing for him, but it is now OrcWorker who finds the kills. Lich, surrounded by his own DK, gets healed one more time. Frost Armor applied again. He's going for the grunts at the moment, as it seems. Lich still in trouble. DK so much mana still to use though. Double silence again. Blade Master got into Windwalk.
There's a Coil Nova ready. Double level up. It's Nova 2 now. He goes for the TC. Surrounds him there. Invo Potion being popped, but he can just hold it. Can he against the skeletons here? Shadowhunter is back from the tavern, but obviously no mana.
This TC's gonna die. There's no way he's getting out. Third hero dead. There is dust against the Fiends. Only one single Fiend left. Blade Master now with the Invul. No healing running on him. And no healing from the SH, of course, who just came back from the tavern. DK still has so much mana! Coiling over again! There's gonna be another coil. He needs to pin him down with an end snare. He needs to get a potion, something. Coil is cooling down. It flies and it kills him! How has this turned around the way it has?
A magnificent fight for Ente. The Shadowhunter is still up. OrcWorker on 300 gold. Can't get anything back. OrcWorker types GG. And Ente, man, after a horrible tower rush on tier 2, turns this game around with the Undead's strongest weapon they have, Coil Nova victory.
Damn, I thought that one was in the books, but no. Strong, super strong comeback by Ente.
And
a little bit of questionable micro there in the fight. You never want to run in with SH and TC next to each other into battle. The double silence is way too sick. But very well done by Ente to anticipate this and execute.
Anticipate, I like that. So, then, like, I praised the transition into Walkers there. In the end, it bit him in the ass. Like, he had all the resources that he invested into those buildings, into the tech. Could have used on other units or items. But I mean, there were invul potions, so hard to say.
Yeah, another thing that OrcWorker, I criticized him for that in China already, doesn't do, which usually every orc does, is you run in with speed scroll or without, you know, you can consider which one you want to go for more. But you always need to go for the statues first.
Yes.
The end snares have to fly on the statues, not the fiends, not the heroes, the statues first. And if you don't do that, late game fighting, super hard.
Totally agree. Here it is, map number 2, match points for the Ente. We do have another sub coming in that we want to thank first. 2-month resub for Burger Bolt. There's just something about watching both of you guys casting. Other casters just don't cut it. Less than 3. Big less than 3 back, my man. And now, back to the actual content as Ente has match points.
Once again, the Germans starting with a fast hero build. Fiends coming later. In the Orc base, of course, everything looking standard. No strange early shop for early harass or anything of that sort.
Yeah, so we are on Ancient Isles here. Would you give one of those races like a favor on this map?
Not really.
Not really, right? I mean,
No.
the items can be pretty good for both. It's basically a 50-50 map, I'd say as well. Blade Master again, OrcWorker's go-to hero. Always. I've never seen him with the past year.
No, me neither. It's gonna go for the Ogre Magi. I first hope for his first clause of attack. Question is, how aggressively is he gonna play against Ente following that? The early game and the mid game really were pretty passive from OrcWorker last game. He tried this one time with the grunt block, coming in against the Fiend creep. That wasn't too successful. I wonder, did he have a scroll of speed in that moment? I think he did, but he chose not to use it. So Ente got off to a great early game, honestly, the last game, and then he all-in, which failed, and then he came back. It was really interesting. This game is certainly going to look different. How is it going to look different, though?
Blade Master's out. Starting to creep here against the Ogre in the death fight. Is he harassing or what? Any special Remo creep routes here, by the way?
Yes, there's two actually. You can go Fiends first and go for your opponent's gold mine with the Sacrificial Skull. Or you can go for 2 to 4 skeletons and go for the Merchant. Those are the two I usually use. But this one is also a special creep route. This is really nice. He kills the Wardens first. He already has 4 skeletons. All of them still alive. And he's gonna get a lot of experience here and a clause if he's lucky.
I think I've not seen this before in the pro game on ladder. Yeah. Huh?
I don't think me neither.
Ah, okay.
And this is really nice.
Yeah. Like, OrcWorker's not expecting him at all there.
Claws though for OrcWorker, that's really good for him certainly. And it is taking a while to kill off this Overseer. He gets it, and the ring once again for him.
See the German Lord of the Rings, same as WFZ in China. Today, certainly looks like it. Strongest undead in Germany. So, tier 2 tech on the way. We have slight advantage for OrcWorker here. But that's enough, I guess. Book of the Dead was found.
Okay. How far along is the tech? Halfway through only. DK right next to the base at least, but no narrow tower. This item has decided a lot of games in the past. He was gambling for it, and he got it. And even with the DK nearby, this is going to be a lot of damage.
Yeah. Summons it right away. Perfect position. No dispel. First Acolyte down, and he's not even finished with the tech here. Can't reproduce the Acolytes. He's there now. He has a few coils to save those Echoes, but 2 are dead.
He especially needs to fiend damage to kill off these archers and the skeletons. This is so much stuff to deal with. And if you don't have a narrow, it's even worse. He's doing his best to save them. He has 3 still alive. The ghouls are doing what they can as well. And actually, still 3 alive. If he keeps 3 alive, it's not great, of course, but it's could be worse.
4th one is hurt.
They are all gonna survive. Alright, situation salvaged. Still bad, still a lot of damage, but salvaged.
He's going for the next Warlord. For the next item. And if it's another Book of the Dead, oh, that would be so hard. Wind of the Wind also amazing to shut down the DK.
Or he could just go for tier 2 surround fiends with this.
Yeah, true.
So many options. Those level 3, no level 4 consumables they are can make a big difference in games. Good job by OrcWorker trying to snipe them, and could have been scouted against a little bit better with skeletons if you want to be very precise.
Yeah. Level 3 Blade Master, it's not like he's not getting experience or anything. Gets that as well. A little bit focus like how he sniped the items there. We have a replenishment potion, which comes in pretty handy at this point when he's so hurt. So, gold mine is filled again, 9,700, and here we have 9,200, so 500 gold advantage for OrcWorker, plus the 2 acolytes that had to be recreated.
Thank you very much to Oleg Kuz TV. Big donation, 25 euros. He says, a Ukrainian Night Elf will win this. That's what we're all expecting. That's what we were all expecting the last time.
A player's force.
Shouldn't be so sure of this.
You are right for the next game, that's for sure. That is gonna be Sonic versus Foggy. These were being
Get a grunt here, right? One more coil.
Long range. And again, like...
But now the Blade Master is coming in. And with the Wand of the Wind... Oh, he surrounds the SH! Oh, not quite. And now he cyclones up the DK. There's no coil at the moment. He could very well lose both of his Fiends here. Unless there's a TP out. But he's not going for it.
Sends the Shadow Hunter away, and there is a coil, so this Fiend might survive. Oh, Wind of the Wind again. But he wasn't even coiling him, so Ente, 2 Acolytes lost, 2 Fiends lost. He has nothing left except his DK.
Yeah, this would be the perfect time to Tiny Great Hall expand, I think. He's almost tier 3. He just needs to creep it up. DK is with only 1 coil as well. Or he can creep up the outside of the undead base. Make sure he can't transition into a strong late game. DK is here. Is there an Ensnare? He could just get surrounded here. There is Ensnare, but he's not trying for the surround.
Also another Wind of the Wind. Able to use here. Thanks for the host talk. Much appreciated. Same as the retweet earlier. Good support coming in. But again, like, Shadowhunter is quite hurt. Oh boy, 26! He's trying to heal up! Oh, Wind of the Wind right before the mana for the coil is there. Well done.
4 units around. Gets it. And that's a TP force.
Holy shit, man. He's getting pummeled again so hard. In his base, there's a warm welcome here from Lich, Statue, and Fiend. What's the worth, man, after this early game?
And the 5th Acolyte is not mining. He's checking out the neck of his buddy there.
Player's force
Sometimes happens when you click him back into the mine and you misclick. So the gold advantage is gonna keep on going in the Orc's favor. Seems like an equalizer here.
It definitely smells like it. It's 600 gold already. And the Shadowhunter again. So much space. Blade Master's haunting down some ghouls, which is nice. Tier 3 is reached though, and Destroyer upgrade is coming. It looked very, very bad for Ente on Amazonia as well, so I will not count him out. But it certainly doesn't.
Well, in Amazonia he at least had like 6 Fiends. Here he has 1.
Holy shit, Zyko leads 1-0 against Cash.
What?
How the fuck did that happen? Baffled. Okay. Nice item on the Shadowhunter, or for the Blade Master. Wait. Didn't he pick up the Root Graces? Am I blind? Oh, okay, it's on the TC. Must have swapped it right when I looked. Yeah, last time the hero focus was Ente's key to victory. Now with the Root Graces, I don't think that's possible anymore.
Very unlikely indeed. Blade Master keeps on stalking the undead army, or kept doing it for quite a while. TC found the time. Well, not to level 2, but the SH gets his level 3. Just as important. More important, in fact. And the Lich not yet level 2. This could be the Creepjack to end this game. Ente has basically nothing, especially no TP to get out of this. And this time he goes for the statue first with the first ensnare. That's the easy kill. What's the second ensnare gonna land on? Probably gonna kill what he finds. It's gonna go for a Fiend next. Not ambitious with the hero kills here. The units are good enough. Blade Master's dropping lower, has the invul still though, can't get coiled to death, as he will survive. More healing coming in, the DK ensnared, might get surrounded here, scroll speed, hex, everything upon him. It's getting dispelled, but he doesn't have a TP, so he dies. And that is GG. And everything is dead.
Kills the Blade Master on his way out, so at least he gets that. But dude, was this game over after the Book of the Dead or what?
It was very bad. He had like a 650 goal deficit. It was over after losing 2 Fiends, I think it was.
Yeah, the Wind of the Wind was really, really nice to have for OrcWorker there. But well executed.
Something that most people said to Matt Morris when we met him in California. Book of the Dead, kind of a weird item. Either it's way too strong or it's way too weak.
Yes.
Maybe you should do something about that.
Exactly. Can't believe how Zyko won this match. Like, what the hell? How is this possible? I don't know. We'll most likely watch the replay later on Chaco's stream. So, deciding match here. It's a day full of series here. The 2-2 Cup already. So many 2-1s. Only 1 2-0. And it continues here on Turtle Rock. Close position.
RNG not with Ente the last game with that Book of the Dead. And now, close position.
Yeah, so for all the viewers who don't play this too often, what is the downside of close position? What's the upside of close position on the respective races?
Oh, you don't want to say anything? You just want me to talk about it?
Yes.
Well, of course, the aggressor is greatly favored. You are able to reinforce much more quickly from your own main if you find yourself with an advantage or even without one. And usually the more defensive player wants to creep up as well. You're sharing more creep camps basically with your opponent. And orcs being able to look for kills with Hex with Ensnare will oftentimes try to be aggressive. We don't see that so much in the meta nowadays anymore, but always a possibility on tier 2. Ente though, he is not going to fall too far behind in the tech because he is once again going for the early DK. And if he finds a good, or if he plays a good early game, if he goes for a push again, this could also be good for him, but usually the Orc is the guy who is the driving force, the dominant player until tier 3. So until then, there should be a lot of opportunities for OrcWorker to find damage to be done.
Yes, both players know it now that this is close position. Shop is of course once again the latest building here in the early, and to going for a graveyard, so no ghoul build. DK is about to pop out, and yeah, I agree with everything you said, but there is certainly an option to kill those burrows somewhat at the end of tier 2 before reinforced defenses is there. Blade Master spawns as well, so gloves up, here we go.
DK has a tough time creeping on Turtle Rock early because there is no critters. Sometimes we see ghouls being used to help with that creeping a little bit to start with. But no, Ente is being very aggressive early on. Should not be in time to contest the Ogre Warrior, I really don't think. Acolyte scouting and DK running through the creeps. Whoops. Only piercing damage though, so not too much, but still takes damage. Circuit for the Blade Master, very nice. Acolyte denied at least. And the Orc loves to keep trading here. If the DK should stand still, he has the better damage and he has heal cells.
Exactly, like this circlet, best item for him. He sells the Town Portal now to be able to afford the before mentioned items. Tier 2 tech on the way, and actually at the same time, so he's not falling at all as well. He's not falling behind at all as well.
Yeah, taking on only one Ziggurat. That can be greedy, that can be dangerous, because the Orc can look for your Acolyte kills. But he knew where the Orc was, and actually on Turtle Rock you can protect your Acolytes with only one Ziggurat. Very rarely possible, but here it is. Blade Master, if he gets away with the Ogre Magi over here on his opponent's side of the map, that would be so nice. Really good usage of his Grunt here. Scouting the DK, knowing how safe he is to take this, and almost getting the block off. Didn't quite get it, but Ente is not anticipating this move.
And he's still down at 0 experience, man. And as I said, OrcWorker doing this well. Ring of Regen, very, very nice for him. Basically walking on right the entire time.
Oh, the DK is almost surrounded back there. Next to the fire thingy. Oh my god. He's gonna get around here, isn't he? He gets the last hit, but not the item. And now he's stuck.
He's trying to walk out. He's using his second coil for the damage. Skeleton's coming in, but the Blade Master
Ooh, he gets out actually.
gets out in the shadows here.
There was no coil anymore. OrcWorker didn't realize. He could have committed way harder if he realized there was no coil.
We're being used again. There's of course no potion. He doesn't want to dive into the undead base because there is a coil in a bit. He could have gone for it, right? And he still has a lot of time.
And now the age-old undead problem. Low HP on tier 1. Can't heal unless standing on Blight. Blade Master, what's he going for? DK right away. No mana for Woodwalk anymore, but he steals the last hit as well. He needs 2 more skeletons for level 2. Or just the creeps here, of course. And he should get those with all the damage that he has. Oh man. A rough early game once again.
Yeah, third time in a row that Ente is clearly losing this early game. Oh man, this inventory. Slippers, claws, double circlet, and ring.
Whoa, this is like the strongest Blade Master level 2 ever.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
And yeah, as we said before, when you find yourself with an advantage on close positions, you can really press it hard. And he has such a massive advantage now.
Shadowhunter is coming. Tier 3 on the way. Raiders inbound as well. Ente needs to pull a Houdini out of this precarious situation. Lich will help. Why are you smiling?
Claws again for the blade.
Oh.
Gloves may have even been better at this point, to be honest, but still good.
Plus 19. Okay, this is now officially the best Blade Master on level 2 that I've ever seen. Like,
No
even the
inroad,
crits
though.
are high thanks to slippers.
I mean, having no invul doesn't matter at the moment, but if the DK gets to 3 and the Lich to 2, he may suffer from the strongman syndrome, wanting to stack up on everything but invuls.
Yeah, but I think Ente can't creep really at the moment, so
Yeah.
he's down to like 73 XP shared 2 times level 1. That's ridiculous. If the Blade Master finds him here, he's gonna steal more stuff, but he isn't. But he can't kill the slaughterhouse.
Yes, he can. Oh my god.
He doesn't. He's not going for it.
Oh, I think that would definitely be worth it, but he wants to find the here. He wants to be more annoying, I suppose. SH. I think if there's ever a game to be aggressive with the SH, it's this one, but he plays it more passively. He goes creeping himself, and the Blade Master just totally misses his opponent.
We have a potion of greater healing that will come in handy later. Level 2 on the Shadowhunter is inbound though. Level close to 3 Blade Master. We have Raiders here, we have the War Mill ready for Kodos. We only now get the first statue. Ente at 33 supply. Needs to power creep somehow, but the further he goes out to Turtle Rock, the more likely it is that OrcWorker finishes him or finds him another claw.
Remember that game we casted like a couple of weeks ago where there was like 5 claws? Blade Master couldn't hold them all. SH had to carry some. It's daytime now, so now it's a lot easier for the Blade to find the Undead, and finally he is gonna see him. But Ente like miraculously evaded all of the scouting for from the Blade Master somehow, and has gotten to decent levels now.
Yeah, it's kind of a miracle that he's up at 2.5 now, or 2 and a bit. Finally finds the Blade Master, who gets greeted with a Wand of Mana Stealing, so that's the last Windwalk. Shadowhunter is getting level 3 though. Tome of Agility for the Blade Master, super. Should have picked it up here. Pendant of Energy. Oh man,
Jesus
he
Christ,
blessed in this game.
Absurd again. Alright, this is gonna be a creep jack, but it will most likely force the TP from the Undead. Can he kill the turtle before that happens? I don't know. Certainly can't win the fight, there's no way that's gonna happen. Yeah. Coil, TP. Is there gonna be enough crits for the kill?
And he gets the turtle as well. And his RNGs today must guarantee that this is a potion of greater mana or a big invul. Oh, that was easy. Temple early by Ente though. He wants to reduce the damage of this Blade Master via Curse. Missed chance.
I like the movement of the statue down here. He knows that the ward was taken, so he is scooting by it.
TC is out.
And we have the
Player's
orb now.
forces are under attack.
And alright, Blade Master gets the invul. He is not gonna lose his first hero too silly in this game. Pretty easy to predict now where where Ente is for OrcWorker. Either he's at the turtles or he's at the red camp. Sees that he's not at the turtles and will head into the main base instead. Could get the temple here. I think he has 2 raiders. The Banshee's gonna pop out. But this structure should fall.
Banshee is out, is ensnared, greeted, but there is... Oh, we didn't use the curse on the blade, only on the raider. Trying to save the Temple of the Damned, which is not working. Okay, where's the Nova gonna land? Is there some Nova? Is there some kills here? Easy blocks. Oh, OrcWorker is rethinking this and engages. It's like,
Okay.
oh, that's all you got? Give it to me.
Oh, get forced the invul here, I think. He will. And here we go again. Ghoul's helping in this battle. TC Storm coming in. DK in trouble. If there's a Hex, this may be his death with a critical strike. It's a pretty big one. Even with a new patch, Death Knight has been killed. And the Blade Master, he's low, but he's getting healed up as well. No more coil to be worrying about. Gets the next statue. Gets the ghouls. And the Blade Master even will survive.
The
It's
coil would
looking
have
like
been cool.
the end.
The coil would have been cool in that situation, but nice snipe by OrcWorker. He's getting focused again. There is mana for a Nova soon, but Heal Wave, the final one, is there. Ente desperately trying to hold on to his chances in the winner bracket, but it looks like OrcWorker is gonna do it. Kills another Fiend here. 2 Kodos who have not eaten yet, so even more damage. On top of the Scroll of the Beast, which was not dispelled, obviously, if there's no Destroyer.
Ridiculously, he pushes him back with 27 supply. Lich did get close to level 3 at least. Blade Master has no invul anymore. Okay, when the DK is back, if he kills the Blade Master and kills the TC after, this could perhaps still be possible.
I mean, we've seen this on Amazonia before, where exactly that happened. So... It's not likely, again, the chances are very
The
slim,
player's forces are under attack.
but we've seen it. He has to replenish the ghouls because they were lost in that attack as well.
But OrcWorker plays it safe. Oh, I thought he was going to go for the invul. Not just yet. It's Tiny Great Hall time. That's also a very good idea. There's no way the Undead will be in fighting shape within the next 2 minutes. So, may just win this through economy.
Yeah, I mean, why not? If you're not feeling
All
too
players' forces
confident
are under attack.
after playing a lot of poker and not practicing too much, I mean, why not go for the safe route? He's giving Ente some space though. Item is Cloak of Flames, which is certainly one of the worst undead items.
Plus 33 Blade Master, by the way. Ooh-wee.
And additional attack speed. Helm of Valor could boost his crits a little bit if he wanted to change for a circlet or something. Then he would be plus 34. Oh no, plus, yeah, 34. 5. Plus 35. Oh, 33? Ah, he swapped over the second sword as well, I see. And the invul! So the oftentimes mentioned strongman syndrome is not his. Shadowhunter has another claw, by the way. Dark Ranger third for silence with a strong Shadowhunter who's already level 4. It's understandable. Heal potion on the TC. He is so ready. And trying to buy some time. OrcWorker is not staying in upkeep but pushes further
Players' forces are under attack.
towards 80 supply. Ente at 45, only now going for the Destroyer upgrade. So late. And Vamp Aura, man. He really is not finding any good items here.
Yeah, that one, certainly not one of them. He found one Fiend moving across as well. So hard to reinforce as well. in a close position, so likely to get intercepted.
Town is under siege.
And now, base attack. TP home has to come from the undead. He's behind by more than 15 supply. And OrcWorker being really cautious here with a speed scroll right away. Still doesn't want to engage. Does not have to, of course. Time is in his favor.
There's a Crypt Fiend here scouting the movement. I kind of like that. Is this a little all-in attack? It's now 22 supply difference.
A player's forces are under attack.
And the Blade Master is what he is. 9.1 armor and a Creep Jack. This is not good for Ente.
Good position though for the undead. The Kodos really can't reach. Blade Master can be really focused. Already going for the invul. Blade Master big damage as well against the DK though. Potion gets him back to decent health again. Invul's gonna be over soon. But there is heal waves, of course, coming in. But if you can silence against this, maybe you can kill him. Coil Nova again. Heal potion transferred. With that, she survives for a little bit longer. Silence not quite in time. He is in Windwalk. He has survived. And now the rest of the Orc army can actually reach. Blade Master full HP again. He is eager to engage once more. First hit. Purge. Is that going to be the kill? It is with a backstab. And
Well,
with the ledge fallen.
Well fought by OrcWorker, breaking through this choke, and now the DK might be falling again with a few purges. Here we go. He wants to... Oh, he has to TP in his own base. That is something that we usually never see. We even have a Wyvern for additional damage. 25 supply difference now. This is ridiculous.
This is the end. GG!
OrcWorker where we would expect him. OrcWorker where he belongs. OrcWorker in the winner bracket semi-final. First game was not really that great by him. I mean, what a throw that was. But second one and third one was definitely better. And yeah, the next match that we will stream is Sonic versus Foggy Night Elf Mirror for the winner bracket final. One Ukrainian Night Elf will be standing in the winner bracket final. But who? Foggy or Sonic? We'll see about that. Going for a little break, but not before thanking Near Horizon for his 1 year resub with a tier 2 subscription even. Thank you very much. We get a higher share from tier 2 or tier 3 subscriptions. 1 year! The pact is sealed. Great job, B2W. Great job, Near Horizon. And thank you for 1 year of support. So, small break, and then Night Elf Mirror, boys and girls. Here we are, back with the Gold Championship Series European Qualifier number 2. We're advancing in the bracket and it stands like this. Achoo! Foggy and Sonic respectively defeated their opponents, their human opponents, 2-2-0. Foggy versus Agent, Sonic versus Anima, and that was to be expected. They were the big favorites, and now they battle each other. Game is not hosted yet. I guess they did the vetoes. Not so sure. Did you see vetoes somewhere?
Nope.
Okay, that might take some time.
They may still have to do it.
Yeah, they do. Foggy gets rid of Tot Rock. And Cash defeated Zyko 2-1. So, a little upset in the first game, but the Russian Orc powerhouse is coming back. Did come back. And yeah, stands now in an Orc mirror in the winner bracket semi-final against OrcWorker. So 2 Night Elves, 2 Orcs in the winner bracket, 3 humans and an Undead in the lower bracket.
Yep, so Mirror, of course, Night of Mirror is going to be our first one. I wonder what styles are they going to pick here. I would bet that Sonic wants to go Bears.
Haven't seen too many games of Sonic recently, to be honest.
Same for me.
And it's always so hard to predict him, man. Like, what is going on in this brain? I have no idea. I can't even imagine what it feels like to have his brain.
Yeah, but he's playing quite a bit of ladder on NetEase, right? I think he's among like the top 30, 40 players or something.
Okay, we can look that up.
Let me check that out. Yeah, he's 38, 38th rank on the NetEase ladder with 44 games at the moment. So he should be familiar with the Chinese meta somewhat, and that is pretty few bears at the moment. We saw lots of Nagas,
Yes.
Nagas, archers, and yeah, ranged armies.
All that
And
good.
Foggy, well, Foggy can play anything.
Foggy got rid of Turtle Rock and Twisted, all the big maps. While Sonic got rid of Echo Isles and AI, so we stand with Last Refuge, Amazonia, and the new Terra stand LV. Any indicator here for you? Seeing the vetoes?
Echo being vetoed, I think, may tell us that he doesn't want to go up against possible expansion, but no, I can't really say. Bears you can always play. Talons. LR is a good Talon map. AZ not so much. So they left AZ in. Maybe that's where we actually will see the bear mirror.
Yes. We start on AZ. That is our first match before LR and maybe TSLV. Sonic is ready. Foggy, not so much. Wolf is in, Remo's in, Hawk is in. Lots of streamers here, of course. The lower bracket is played at the same time. Gonna start with Agent versus Anima. That will be covered by Hi to Chaco here on Twitch. But of course, we're going with the winners into the semifinal.
It's kind of a throwback to the old Jera Cup days before Happy was around. It seemed like we saw this all the time. Foggy, Sonic, Rudon back then, even
Warchief
earlier,
Rich.
Warchief Rich. So many Night of Mirrors. And it was on this very map where we saw Loliot against Shishi, I think it was, right?
Yes.
Bear Mirror, just camping for 20 minutes, and suddenly Chimera's coming out. Oh, that was funny.
That was certainly fun. So, the players are ready.